to the Trinity House here in London, the announcement of our next big show, October the 11th, the moment of truth at the wonderful O2 Arena. Delighted to welcome a packed top table of many fighters taking huge fights and huge steps in their careers. And to introduce those down on the far left, I'd like to welcome, making his debut on a Matchroom boxing show, undefeated Ben Hall. To his right, also making his debut on a Matchroom show, now part of Tony Sims's gym. Delighted to welcome a man I've heard plenty about, O'Hara Davis. To his right, Philip Bowe's going to be challenging for the vacant Southern Area title. Ricky Boylan, pretty boy Ricky Boylan, challenging for the English light welterweight title against Tyler Goodjohn, one of the most popular, exciting light welterweights in the country, certainly one of the biggest ticket sellers. Tommy Martin down the end, who might have something to say about that, very popular. He's going to be fighting Charlie Rice in eliminator for the English light welterweight title. John Wayne Hibbert, who we thank for his part in this jigsaw as well. He's going to be letting Tyler and Ricky challenge for the English title. He'll face the winner and also challenge for the vacant WBC International light welterweight title. Tyler Goodjohn, fresh from his challenge against Tyrone Nurse for the English title, has another crack in a great derby against Ricky Boylan. John RYDER, I believe one of the top middleweights in the country and in the world, has a fantastic fight for the WBA Intercontinental middleweight title against Sergio Kamitsky, who you saw recently knock out Frank Buglioni. To my left, I believe the #1 featherweight in the world, a huge fight against Joel Brunker, 26-0, taking on Lee Selby in a final eliminator for the IBF featherweight title, with a winner going on to fight Yevgeny Gradovich for that IBF title. And of course, the current 7-0, 7 KOs, Olympic heavyweight, super middleweight champion, super heavyweight champion, taking his first title fight at the O2 Arena for the WBC International title against a tough Russian, Denis Baktov. So I'm going to ask everyone to say a few words, starting with Ben down the end. Ben, welcome. I think your first major press conference here. Seeing you down at Sims's gym. Looking forward to the O2 on October the 11th.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and just like to say thank you to you, Debbie, giving me the opportunity to come on the show. Thanks to my coach Peter for sorting everything out for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. I put all the hard work in the gym, and it's time to show everyone who Ben Hall is.
And O'Hara, I've seen you, I've heard plenty about. I know you're not shy, and we're looking forward to seeing you bring a little bit of swag to the arena on the 11th, and your first fight on the big stage.
Yeah, like in my boxing career, this is a big change and it's a big step for me. I'm just thankful that I'm here. I want to thank you, Eddie Hearn, and my coach, Tony Sims, for setting this up and for organising this for me. And come fight night, I'm just ready to put the work in and to win, and that's what I do best.
And Tommy, obviously news about your fight with Charlie Rice, eliminator for that English. You're going to be mixing with the likes of Ricky and John and Tyler in a wonderful domestic light welterweight division.
Yeah.
Your first big step up there at the O2.
Yeah, no, I'm over the moon with the step up. It's certainly one I'm confident of taking. I just want to thank everyone for coming out today and all of my support who's going to be there on the night. We've sold a ridiculous amount of tickets again for it, even though we haven't got them yet. But the name is unbelievable, how many we're going to do, and the numbers. And thank you to everyone that supported me.
John, obviously, you know, you've been involved in the mix for a while now, and you're a big title fight for yourself on the 11th, and I know that your eyes as well on the winner of Tyler and Ricky to challenge the winner for the English and the WBC International.
Well, yeah, I've had to wait a long time for this, and I thank you for giving me this opportunity to fight for the WBC International title, which is a big title to go and win. Hopefully, after that, I'll fight one of these guys, as long as there's no injuries and all that, for one of them two. Hopefully we can get one.
Who's going to win that fight?
What, between them two?
Yeah.
Tyler.
Tyler, obviously I know you fought Tyrone Nurse, a very tough fight, many avoiding. Obviously he's going to fight now for the British and Commonwealth titles, and the Ricky fight is one that you've wanted for a long time. I think the fans are excited about.
Yes, you know, as a fighter, these are the fights that you want and that you're excited about. We're both big ticket sellers, both got exciting styles, and yeah, like I say, that's what I want to be, and I want to be in big fights, big venues. I want to thank you for putting me in the show, and yeah, let's go and entertain the fans.
And Philip, obviously now you're coming into that mix, going to be challenging for the vacant Southern Area title. Yeah. These guys obviously on your hit list, and a couple of good wins for you already.
Yeah. Basically, you know, I want to thank God for this opportunity. You know what I mean? Then I got to thank you secondly. You know, I'm a stick southpaw. I'm happy to be on the show. And I'm going to showcase my skills. You know, Ricky's a good mate of mine. You know, I know Tyler quite well as well, and we're all in a good mix. You know, so I mean, yeah, like come fight night, I'll be Southern Area champion, and then you know I can do my thing for the English or whatever's ahead of me.
And Ricky, obviously a big fight against Tyler. I know you're looking for that fight with John Wayne Hibbert as well later in the year. But first and foremost, Tyler, good job for the English light welterweight title.
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously the Hibbert fight for the Southern Area didn't happen in the first place, but it's a fight I wanted. The good John fight is wicked. You know, it's got so much attention already, and yeah, as he said, we both sell lots of tickets. It's one everyone is looking forward to. So yeah, just can't wait to get in there.
And John, a wonderful fight for you against Sergey Kamitsky. I mean, now with Tony Sims, you must have seen it, you know, a real leap in your development, because some of the names he was calling out for me to try and match you against was a real tribute to how you've come on in the gym. And obviously the Kamitsky fight, people have seen him against Buglione. Seems like a major fight for you at this stage in your career.
Definitely. Back in January, Tony said to me it's going to take you a year to fully adapt to how you want it to be. But I make months on now and I'm coming on leaps and bounds and I'm improving every day. So I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready to be in this class. And I'm going to show you this why I'm world class. So I'm just buzzing for the fight on the 11th. I want to thank you Eddie for the opportunity. You've kept the faith in me and kept training hard, got through injuries, and I'm going to show people what I'm about on the 11th.
And Lee, obviously Joel Brunker is a highly regarded featherweight, undefeated, highly ranked across all the governing bodies, highly regarded as one of the top featherweights in the country. You know, we've done Martin Lindsay, obviously, you know, you've gone on and fought at Hull, you fought in Blackpool, you know, you fought twice in Cardiff now in front of your home fans, against Rendell Monroe and against Koasicha from Mexico. And now the Joel Brunker fight is, I think, your moment of truth, your defining fight in the featherweight division.
That's what I think too. I think it's going to be my breakout fight on the world stage. I'm really excited for the fight. I'm really up for it. Not just because it's a final eliminate for the world title, but I know he poses a real threat. I've sparred with him out in the Mayweather's gym on 1 or 2 occasions, and also the Hit Factory, Eddie Mustafa's gym. And it was really competitive sparring. He's non-stop aggressive, just keeps coming forward. If the sparring's anything to go by, it's going to be a great fight. And
obviously Brunker, what do you see in his start on there? You're right in what you say, all action and just...
Well, since I broke into the domestic scene, fighting Stephen Smith, they've all had a similar style. They've all come forward, rugged, swinging big shots. And I think each fight's been a gradual step up, and now I'm ready for this.
Good stuff. And Anthony, obviously taking care of business on September the 13th. Many see Konstantin Eric as a big step up, but obviously Denis Baktov for the WBC international title. Your first title fight in your hometown at the same venue where you made your professional debut.
Yeah.
October 11th would be something very special.
Most definitely be a year on from when I turned professional. September 13th, I've got to get that out of the way first, and as you said, people see it as a step up, and then moving forward it's another step up, and then so on and so forth. So it's always going to be getting tougher as I move up the ranks, but I keep the same mentality, the same hunger right the way through. It's going to be good, but I won't talk too much about October 11th, because for me personally, I've got to get September 13th out of the way first, and one step at a time for me.
Obviously back from your sparring with Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah.
I know you had a great time out there. It must have been fantastic to share the ring with him and give you more confidence returning back.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because, you know, I'm really blessed to have a good training camp back here, and I'm always in top shape. But going away, I was working with the champ. You know, it wasn't my camp. I was working with the champ, so I went out there for mainly experience. So I've come back here now with the experience I've needed, with the confidence I've gained from stepping in the ring with the champ, doing some quality rounds with him and being around great people. But I can focus on myself again. Got 2 weeks to put in some good work and get sharp, got some sparring after this and crack on for September 13th, and that's like a stepping stone for the title, October the 11th.
Obviously I know Press will ask you the question here, but if you defeat Eric and then you defeat Baktov, where do you see yourself on the developmental stage with the likes of the domestic heavyweights. You know, Fury Chisora, rumoured to be happening later this year, maybe. How far do you feel you are, and coming back from the Klitschko experience as well, from those kind of fights?
Well, what I learned from the Klitschko experience is that it's about being a 12-round fighter. With him, he's very switched on throughout the 12 rounds. I could get in there, do 6 rounds with him, 7 rounds, and then I'm getting out, and he has to maintain that level of concentration. So the fitness is good. I can fight for sure, but it's just that level of concentration I need to build in my training, and that's a mental thing. So with the Furies and Chisoras, I'll fight them anytime, that's no problem. But what the problem is just 12 rounds. Can I go to 12 rounds being concentrated and not making any mistakes right the way through? And that's what I'm going to be gaining through September the 13th with the gradual step ups. And I think next year, hopefully summertime, Vicarage Road, back down in Watford. This is the first WBC International little green belt, and I want us to start racking up some belts. Hopefully get the British in there as well, and start my journey to the top.
Well, 3 main co-feature fights, obviously Anthony Joshua against Dennis Baktov, Lee Selby against Joel Brunker, and John Ryder against Sergio Kaminski. All huge fights and huge moments in all their careers, and of course a wonderful supporting cast of top young local talents as well. I want to thank everyone for coming. We're going to have a photo with everybody at the table, and then a photo with Lee, John and Anthony, and everyone's available for interviews. And we look forward to a great show October the 11th. Tickets went on sale about 20 minutes ago, 40, 60, 100 and 150 VIPs. 150 VIPs have virtually gone, because most people on here have snapped them up. But look forward to a great show and a big night for a lot of people at this table. Thanks very much for coming. Cheers.